Hello, friends. Thank you for joining me again today. For Notes with Mr. Jankowski, we're on page 99 of our math notebook. 99 of our math notebook, continuing with lesson 14.2, perimeter on the coordinate plane. So I've got a couple definitions here that I want to have you write down to start with. We have the first definition, perimeter, and that is the distance around a polygon. In this case, we have a rectangle, and we have 18 feet for the length, 6 feet for the width. So there are two sides that are 18 feet, obviously. This side is 18 feet. This side is also 18 feet. This side is also 6 feet, just like its corresponding side over here. When you add the sides together, 18 plus 18 plus 6 plus 6, you get 48. 48 feet is the perimeter of this polygon. Okay? Now, area is a little bit different. With perimeter, you're just measuring the outside edge. How long is it around the outside edges of the polygon? Okay. With area, though, you're measuring the inside space of a polygon, the inside space. Okay. So in this case, we have two rows of 5. So we would be multiplying 2, the length of the width, or the length here, sorry, and then 5, which is the width of 5 units. So 5 times 2, or 2 times 5, it doesn't matter which way you multiply that, equals 10. Because we're also multiplying not just the numbers 5 units and 2 units, we're also multiplying units. So this would be 10 units squared, okay, or 10 square units. So, difference between area and perimeter. We're going to be using both area and perimeter this week when we are studying polygons on a coordinate plane. So let's scroll down here, and feel free to pause this video to write down these definitions clearly and to write down or to draw these examples clearly. Feel free to pause it and then come down to this or start this with me in a moment when you're ready. But we're going to start now because this is a video you can pause. And I'm going to scroll down a little bit so that we can read this whole thing at the top. It says the grid shows the path Tommy followed when he walked from home at 00, the origin, to various locations and back home again. If each grid square represents one block, how many blocks did he walk? All right, so we're going to start here. The origin. This is where he's going to start. So Tommy started here. Now it says Tommy's home to the library is how many blocks? Well, it says the library is 04. So 0 on the x-axis, 4 on the y. This is the library right here. Right there. So if he's walking from here to the library, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks away. So 4 blocks from his home to the library. Okay, now he's going from the library now to the park. The park is at 5, 4. I'm assuming that's here. Let's see, 5 on the x-axis, 4 on the y. Yep, this is the park. So if he's walking from the library to the park, he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks. Okay. And then from the park, let me erase this. From the park, he's going to go to his friend's house. There's his friend's house, 5, 2. So 5 on the x-axis, 2 on the y. This is his friend's house. That looks terrible. Let me erase this. Oop, sorry. Wrong button. There we go. Friend's house. All right, so he's going to go to his friend's house right there. And his friend's house is 1, 2 blocks away from the park. So when he walks from the park to his friend's house, he's going 2 blocks. Okay, now from his friend's house to the pond is 7, 2. So that's 7 on the x-axis, 2 on the y. There's the pond. He's going 2 blocks to get to the pond. And then finally, he's going from the pond to the store. The store is 7, 0. So 7 on the x-axis, 0 on the y. So here's the store right there. From the pond to the store, that's also 2 blocks. And then from the store to Tommy's home again. Well, this is Tommy's home right there, the origin. He's going to have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks to get home. Okay, so he did a perimeter. He started from his home. He walked to the library. He walked to the park. He walked to his friend's house. He walked to the pond. He walked to the store, and then he walked back home. He did a loop. He did a perimeter of the inside area of where he walked, right? He did a perimeter of maybe whatever's inside this space. I don't know. He walked the perimeter at least. And we can figure out how many blocks he walked by adding all this up. So we add the 4. I'm going to do it this way. I'll give you a little strategy. 4 plus 5 is 9. 9 plus 2. Let's see here. 9 plus 2 is 11. 11 plus 2 is 13. 13 plus 2 is 15. And 15 plus 7 is 22. So Tommy walked 22 blocks. And you can notice here, I mean, maybe there's nothing in the middle here that he walked around, but we're not measuring the space inside. We're measuring the distance he walked as he did his things throughout the day, starting from home, going to the library, then the park, friend's house, pond, store, and back home. He walked 22 blocks. That was the perimeter of the shape that he walked, and in that sense, we found the distance he walked as well. So I'm going to zoom out so you can see the whole thing. Remember, if I went too fast, you can always slow it down, rewatch it, rewind, watch it again. This is page 99 of our math notebook. Thank you for taking notes today. I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone.